Hello guys, a very warm welcome to my IT class. We are going through C++ tutorials. In that one we are discussing classes and object concepts. So already we have seen how we can pass objects to member functions. Little more advanced aspect we'll see in today's video. Let me recall, an object used to call a member function is implicit. An object used as a parameter is explicit object. That you know. Let's apply this concept here and try to understand this example. This is a class A, general class with attribute A, and init and display are the functions to display, initialize and display A. This modify is a function which will modify two objects, one implicit and the other is explicit. See, in main I'll be creating two objects. So when I create two objects A1, A2, memory will be allocated like this. A1's A for memory and A2's A memory will be created. And when you say A1 dot init phi, so the control will come here. This A is of A1, so A1's A is initialized. A1's A is initialized now. Say A1's A is how much you are given? Phi. That will come. And similarly A2's A we have said 4. That will be there. Okay. Then you are calling modify function. When you call modify function, A1 is passed implicitly and A2 you are passing it as a parameter. So A2 will be collected in AX. So what is AX here? So another variable, say let's take this as a AX. This is AX variable. And what is the value copied from A2? It has copied 4 in it. Okay, fine. Then you will get inside A is modified to 7. 7 is assigned to A. This A is of which object? Implicit object. Who is implicit in modify? A1 is implicit. So A1's A will be modified now. So this old value will be overwritten with a new value, that is 7. And now we are modifying AX. When you modify AX, say this is overwritten with a new value, that is 10. So this is how you did it. Now completed the function, you will come back to main, and when you say A1 dot disp, so the from memory A1's A it will be fetched, and that happens to be now 7, and A2's disp, that happens to be 4. So the modification is not reflected back. When you, that's the point you should remember. When you pass an object by value, now A2 is passed to modify by value. So A2's value is passed here. So A2 is copied here. So this value of A2 is copied in AX. That's why it is local. Any modification done to local variable will remain local, and as long as the control is inside, it is alive. So when you complete the execution of modify and the control exits this block, what happens? It will be destroyed from memory. And when you come back A1 here, it is 7, because A1 is an implicit object. When an implicit object gets modified, automatically it reflects. We don't need to do anything. It is always by reference. So A2, we need to send it by reference. Then we can reflect the modification back. So there are ways how to reflect. Either you can pass address of A2, you can create alias name for A2 in modify function, or you can return AX from here to main function. So when you return, so you have to give the return statement, return AX, and that here you have to collect as A2 is equal to. So in A2 that modification will be reflected. That's the one way. That also it is okay, but the limitation of that method is what? If more than one object is getting modified and you intend to reflect them back, then that return will fail, because we cannot return two variables. Only one variable or only one object can be returned. So the best way is to use a reference, and the other way is use pointers, address. When you use address, that pointer notation and structure, it will become complex. So I would suggest and advise you always prefer a reference to pointers unless it is inevitable. In some of the cases, pointers are must. So here we'll use now a reference operator. We'll create a alias name for A2 as AX. Now AX will be an alias name. So what happens here now? AX will point to A2. like this. Now AX is same as A2, A2 is same as AX. So here if AX gets modified, it will be A2. A2 is getting modified. So this old value will be overwritten with a new value. Say now it is 10, that will come. Now you will get the output as modified output you will get. The old output is not there. Now the new modified output will be what? A1's A will be 7 only, and A2's A is also modified value, that is 10 will be available. This is how you can pass objects. So whenever you pass objects, you should remember, if you pass it by reference, the modification will be reflected back. If you don't pass by reference, it is simply passed as by value, and in that case, and you are expecting that the modification will reflect back, no, it's not reflected unless you pass it by reference. So you can witness the same thing in this example here. Look at this example. It is of the same kind, just I have changed the function name. There it was a modify, and here I am swapping two objects, swapping values of both the objects. Say account is one class. There are two accounts, A1 and A2. A1's A is initialized to 5000, A2's A is initialized to 7000. So you can say here, now I'll demonstrate you how actually the output is 7000, 7000. The output is 7000, 7000 here. It's not modified output you get. Why? Again the same thing. A2 is not passed as reference, A2 is passed by value. Say you can see here. So the A2 is passed as a value. It is not passed by reference. If you pass it by reference, then what happens? The modification will reflect back. But let me explain you why it is 7000, 7000. A1 swap you have said, so A1 is implicit. Any modification done will be reflected. So here A1 got 7000. AX dot balance is AX is A2. A2's balance is 7000. That is coming in balance. Okay, balance got modified to 7000. Now AX dot balance, in AX dot balance temp is 5000. But that 5000 is in a local variable. Say AX is a local variable here. AX is local here. So if it is modified here, you made it AX, you made it 5000. But this modification will remain local, because when the control exits this block, this is destroyed from memory, and when you come back, A2 will remain unchanged, that is 7000 only. That's why you get 7000. So to reflect the modification back, you need to collect it by reference. So this is a reference operator. Once you use or create an alias name, so AX will point to A2. So AX and A2, they are one and same now. They are one and same. So any modification done to AX will reflect in A2. Any modification done in A2, it will reflect in AX. So now you modified AX dot balance temp, that was 5000. So in the modified thing, you will get the output as 7000 and 5000. This is how you have to take care. Why I am stressing here, you need to take care when you pass objects. If you intend to reflect them back, pass by reference. If you don't want, just you want to use their value, then pass by value. Let me give you one test and find the output of this. So this is a test for you guys. Just go through it and find the output of this program. So the conclusion is what? Implicit object passed will automatically reflect. Explicit object passed, whether it reflects or not reflect, depends on the way you are passing. If you are passing just by passing value of the object, then it will not be reflected. You need to take a action, like you have to return the statement, return modified object from member function, you have to return to the calling function, or you have to pass address of the variable. When you pass address of the variable, you have to collect it in an address variable, pointer variable. Using pointers, you have to manipulate. I suggest you avoid that because it is a complex structure. So the simplest way and the best way is pass the variable by reference. So A2, for A2, create alias name, say AX, and when AX gets modified, that will be there. So let me know, you just run it, first do it on paper, verify it on machine also. Let me demonstrate you this example of this one, account on machine. Now I have opened Linux here, Ubuntu. I have typed the program. You can see here account program, balance, and this is init display for displaying, initialization and displaying, and this is a swap function, member function. So here how you are passing now, A2 you are passing by value now. So A2 is copied in AX. So with this, what would be the response of the program? What would be the output of this program? Let me compile it. I'll be compiling the program. So I compiled it. Now let me run it. So when I run it, I'll be getting the output as 7,000. That's what I told you. Say the modification will not be reflected unless you pass it the object by reference. So A2 must be passed by reference. So here you have to collect it by reference. Say this is how you have collected by reference. Now for A2 AX is alias name. For A2 AX is alias name. If AX gets modified, A2 gets modified. Let's now do it. Let's compile it now once again. Now we should get the modified output like 7,000 and 5,000. So this is how the objects are passed. When you pass an object by value in member function, if it gets modified, it will not be reflected back. If you pass an object by reference by creating alias name, and if that variable gets modified over there, automatically it will be reflected back. This is the one way. The other two ways are not that like easy way. One is passing address of a variable and the other is a returning statement. So return unnecessarily, you have to again collect it in A2. A2 is equal to, you have to call like this. So the best way, simple way is pass an object which is getting modified by reference. The limitation of return is what? It can return only one variable. If more than one variable is there, then you have to either pass the addresses or pass them by reference. So the simple way is pass by reference. So prefer that to any other method. With this, I'll conclude the session here. Hope you enjoyed the session and got some important concept. If you like it, please do share it. Thank you. Thanks for watching.